Yeah, obvious, we got a problem here. And it's more than just Alvin streaming Punisher. When life begins to suck, who's reporting it? Luckily, you got two friends who you won't forget. Coming live, Alvin and Friend on survival. Laughing non-stop, case drops on a cycle. Louder than intrusive thoughts off an iPhone. How they make the world seem bright with the lights off? AFs, it might as well stay up. Lies being told like that dinosaur BS. Magnifying glass to the ground if they don't see us. Having the time, roasting your favorite pizza. Bougie ain't an option, it's the way. Take it to the grave, add moving to the place. You already know when they take the case. Laugh the pain away, it's affirmative murder.
Mini-sodes. Hello and welcome to another Affirmative Murder mini-sode. I'm Alvin Williams. With me, as always, not by my side, but it's virtual, is my partner in true crime, Francel Evans.
What up?
Friend, we got a bunch of responses from last week's episode. Thank you guys for heeding the call and getting in some tales from the hood to us for us to jump back on here. From everything responses to the garbage bills, which we're going to get into, what a garbage bill is. I've had a bunch of people reach out and message me about what a garbage bill is. Apparently it's a very common thing in the Midwest. And I even got a response from somebody who was trying to give some context to the first email that we read that we were having a hard time with. But Fran, we're going to kick things off with a little clarification on what a garbage bill is. At least I think, because the title of the email is Garbage Bills with 3 question marks. So maybe they don't know what a garbage bill is either, but we're going to find out in a second. What the hey is garbage bills? Is the first line of that. For the love of God, I wish the rest of us never knew what a garbage bill was. Your perspective is so refreshing. A freaking garbage bill is sent to us every month for $34 to $48, pending size of container used. This includes a garbage can and a recycle can, and pickups are once a week. They bill each and every stinking month, whether we use it or not. Damn. That's crazy. Even if they don't collect the trash due to inclement weather, when they cannot collect due to icy roads, or if you're on vacation and it's not needed, or if you forget to put it out by the curb on pickup day, no discounts here. Yeah. Well, some of those are like,
you can't put it on a schedule. You're like, we skipped this house today. Like, that's just too much. That's too much.
And if you go on vacation and nobody puts the trash out, you can't be like, hey man, y'all still charge me? Like, yeah, we came to pick it up.
Yeah.
It wasn't out here. The service was sent to you.
Right.
Don't get me started on water bills. For those connected to any city water, even if you have your own water well and septic system, they send you a water bill.
Yep. Also,
and this one is a biggie. For the poor saps that were rural with your own water/septic systems and county/city desires to come through your area and connect to the water system, whether you want them to or not, the homeowner then needs to come up with thousands of dollars for the privilege, and this could be upwards of $13,000. $13,000
for the city to come use your.
So for the city to come, let me make sure I'm reading that right. If you're rural with your own water septic system, and the city or county desires to come through to your area and connect you to their water system, or connect you to the water system. So I'm guessing they're saying if you don't want to have your own water, if you want to be plugged into their water now.
Okay, that makes sense.
If you don't want to use your own water.
Money, though.
Yeah, like I guess for the piping and everything.
Yeah.
So you got to come up with $13,000, and if you don't have the thousands of dollars, they just add it to your taxes. Yep, you heard it right. They just add it to your taxes.
Yeah.
I believe if you sell your home in one of these areas that has been scheduled for mandatory city water system, so that's what I'm saying. Like you have to.
Okay, you have. I thought it was a choice. I'm like, then that's a service.
Yeah,
that's
like no.
To do.
Yeah, we're doing city water here now, so you don't get to use your well anymore. Plug in.
Then I'm guessing that means they must be doing some construction. That got to be meaning construction is coming, right?
Yeah. Sounds very sounds very Sopranos-ish to me, but whatever. I don't ask those kind of questions. So anyway, apparently if you're selling your house, they have to disclose in the seller's paperwork for potential buyers to be aware of the upcoming cost in the next year's paperwork or so. Like, I might be getting charged $13,000 if I buy this house.
On top of buying a house? I'm good.
I'm okay. You stay here.
Yeah.
So
let this shit on the market.
But don't worry. Like I said, they can always add it to your taxes. How do you think that makes all the folks that brought rural property once upon a time and have had to incur all the costs just to later have the city come through and say that it's mandatory to put additional costs to the homeowner and monthly service bills going forward? So basically they're saying, You move out in the middle of nowhere to be able to do what you want to do with your property.
Right.
And then the city comes out there and they're like, all of this shit? Never mind. Can you hear me yelling? Yes, I can. I'm sure a lot of folks can relate to me when I say I never understood what I perceived as my dad's antisocial behavior till I got a little older and witnessed some of these bills forced upon good people. On the flip side, since we're talking about utilities, if you're already a city electric user and you put in solar panels, the electric company actually will pay you to use some of the stored energy during high run times, generally 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Now, that's a flip from the others, huh? So I guess that's why a lot of people do solar panels. I guess it's like a tax write-off, too.
Yeah. Okay.
I love you guys so much, and you were looking for content and blessedly and naively asked, what is a garbage bill? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's naive. We don't have it. So, this, no shade, but I don't know. And I've never been there. I never met her. I don't know anything about a garbage bill. Fran, you?
No, I asked the question. I don't know.
Yeah. We don't know. I don't know how naive that is.
I've never heard that before, ever.
We don't got those. Cheers, fellas. I'm signing on November 1st to be one of your Patreon supporters. Please keep them coming. I can always keep your podcast on when I'm mixed company. I don't know what that means. That's saying a lot these days with the podcast content out there. An analogy for you, have you ever watched the Disney Aladdin movie? Like, yeah, right. What grown adult will watch a Disney cartoon if they don't have kids? But if you watched it, you'd be cracking up all the time laughing at all the adult content that goes right over the kids' heads. Not to mention the controversial Easter eggs on some of the DVD box graphics. If you know, you know. Well, that's you. That's what your podcast is for me. Adult content that can be played in mixed company. Currently an Oregon State resident, in case you were wondering about the location of goofy-ass utility rules. Peace and love to y'all. Thank you very much. Great email. Thanks for some context. I really appreciate that. Mayshell. And thank you for your future sign up on the Patreon. That's super awesome of you, and we thank you and love you very much. Thank you so much. Now, real quick, I'm going to also do a email that is in response to the way that we treated the first email that we read last episode.
Okay. Which
I don't know if we were too harsh, but I don't think so. But this person some. Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I did read it, so I'll take responsibility for that. Anyway, this is from our listener named Lindsay. It says, "Hi guys." Is this
from the other email? This is the person that wrote the other email?
No. Okay. This is another person who just was like, I have some possible insight onto why the email might have read that way.
Okay, let's hear.
Possibly. So it says, this is from Lindsay. It says, "Hi guys, just wanted to make a comment to maybe be careful about how you react to people's personal emails that they are sending in. As a neurodivergent person, I have extreme anxieties over the things that I say, email, do, etc. I'm wondering if maybe this person is also neurodivergent. Sometimes you get excited about something and you write it out as fast as you can, but your brain is likely thinking faster than you get the messages or the words out. Not sure if that makes any sense. It does. So I get what you're saying. But while you were reading this, it reminded me of the many text messages that I have sent that made perfect sense to me, and the recipients were completely clueless. It sounded like they were struggling at their job insecurity. No one prepared for their first day of work, so there wasn't anyone there to tell them where to park, and their car was damaged when it was towed. This company sounds pretty crappy, and my advice for this person is to leave that job. If they have disabilities, they should be taken care of, not taken advantage of. Then again, I am assuming that this person lives and works in the States, and I know things are a lot more difficult financially there. Okay, Shade. And your healthcare situation isn't exactly cheap. Love the podcast, Lindsay. Thank you very much, Lindsay, for that context. Maybe that person is neurodivergent. I don't really know. It was a hard email to read, and I apologize.
I think it was simple that it was hard. It was a hard email. I'm not saying this person doesn't have anything what she just said.
I don't want to make it a bigger thing.
Right. It was just we couldn't understand it. That was it.
That was it. So but I appreciate the person coming and trying to give some insight. So thank you very much to you, Lindsay. Affirmative Murder is brought to you by Greenlight. I'm online a lot, and I feel like I'm always running across different parenting techniques for teaching kids the responsibilities of money. Whether it's chore bucks, inaccessible piggy banks, or even those magic wallets where you flip it one way and the dollar's there, you flip it the other way, the dollar's gone. That encourages kids to put money into something. But if you're looking to raise kids that are financially responsible, I have a life-saving recommendation that you need to check out. Greenlight. Greenlight is a debit card and money app made for families. It gives kids and teens easy and fun ways to gain financial literacy while giving parents peace of mind. The app includes a chores feature, where you can set up recurring one-time chores customized to your family's needs and reward kids for a job well done. Fran and I are currently in the process of turning his kids into financial wizards who also know the value of a dollar. The app also comes with games that teach kids money skills in a fun and memorable way. 6 million parents have used Greenlight to teach their kids financial literacy. It's the easy, convenient way to get kids on the right path. So if you've got young kids and those birthday cards are starting to thicken up with that cash money, it might be time for you to sign up for Greenlight. So why not do it today and get your first month free when you go to greenlight.com/AMP. That's right, greenlight.com/AM as in money, 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 P, to try Greenlight for free. All right, happy and responsible spending. Affirmative Murder is brought to you by Drizzly. Busting out your finest glassware and hosting Friendsgiving this year? Need a last-minute gift that'll impress the heck out of your Thanksgiving host and won't break the bank? Or do you just want to show someone how thankful you are? Do it all with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. With Drizzly, you can shop local stores from your couch, compare prices on beer, wine, and spirits to get the best price, and then get them delivered. Can't make it home for the holidays this year? That's a bummer. Your fam is going to be mad. Soften the blow and show them some love by sending a drink to their door instead. And maybe promise that you'll be there for next year's Thanksgiving. Yeah, so go ahead and download that Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com, that's DRIZLY.com today and get that order in. Must be 21 and over, not available in all locations. Now let's get into an email. And this is an email, a follow-up email from an original listener from a while ago, friend. This person was from Ireland, and the way that they'll get into it. Maybe you'll remember, it'll jog your memory. I remember this person very well, and so let's get into it. It says, hey, Alvin and Fran. This is a long one, but before I jump in, I wanted to address some comments from the both of you about my last email. I wrote in with stories from my hometown in Ireland. You guys gave me some shit about my bullet point stories and minimal details. I laughed so hard. I had never written into a podcast, so I apologize for my terrible writing skills. Damn, I'm shitting on people. We said we weren't going to do that. Apparently, we're out here making fun of people. Let me dial that back. So this person's
funny games, man.
It's whatever, man. I'm not there. We're not going to do that. Fuck that, man. We're just joking around. Whatever. And this person isn't saying it. They said they laughed. So anyway. Yeah. As far as the details, I have none. I gave you what I know. Sorry. This story is from my backpacking days in Australia. So one night, me and my two mates went out in Sydney. Our usual Friday night sessions after work start in the exhibition hotels and headed to the sidebars afterwards. We were earning a lot of money in door-to-door sales, so shots, and more shots. I like what you're thinking. That's what I like. After many Jaeger bombs and black Sambuca, later I woke up seriously dehydrated, looked to my right where I see my two mates and also the sky. I looked around in a panic and realized that we were on a flight. I woke the guys up. We panicked a bit. We called the flight attendant over and asked, where are we going? He said, Tokyo.
What?
Yeah, damn, y'all get The Hangover drunk, huh? I thought that was just a movie. This is crazy. After freaking out for a bit, we decided to just roll with it. 9 hours and a lot of whiskey later, we got to Shinjuku, booked into a penthouse apartment in the Hilton, and bought a $600 bottle of Dom Perignon champagne, followed by a lot of Jaeger.
Let me hold some.
Who the fuck are y'all? Damn.
No luggage?
We got to go to Ireland, friend. Apparently, we got some listeners with some buku cash. They going to Shinjuku with the buku bucks.
Or just meet us in Tokyo, wherever they want.
Or just meet us in, we'll meet you in Tokyo. A day off in Kyoto. So anyway, so they're in Tokyo, and we went to see the Tokyo Giants play baseball. Oh, I didn't know that was a team. That must be a big deal. Visited the Tokyo Tower and seen the Buddhist gardens. We did a lot more drinking along the way. This sounds like a great time. And on like a spur of the moment type of thing. I love this. We did a lot more drinking along the way. And after the funniest 25 hours in Tokyo, we were back on a flight a day. Oh, they got money. They spent 25 hours in Tokyo and then they were back on a flight to Sydney. So they went Tokyo to Sydney. These are expensive flights.
That's what maybe not. I would love to do that though.
This sounds like a great time. We arrived back to work just a few hours late.
To work?
They went to work after all this whiskey and Dom Perignon. We arrived to work a few hours late, but with one hell of a story. We were legends in work, and they still to this day tell new recruits this story when they hire them.
That's great.
Hope you enjoy this story more, Zola. Well, shout out to you, Zola. That sounds like a great time. Love your life, live your life, continue to do amazing things, and that sounds like a super fun time. That's super cool. All right. Let's do one more before we take off, huh? This email is from, it says non-anonymous TFTH. So I guess whenever they say their name, I can say their name. Anyway, hey, Alvin and Fran. I've been listening to the pod since Alvin was a guest on the Murder Squad with Paul Holes. The fucked up shit is always a story.
Wait, when was this? Oh, wait. What was this? When was you a guest on there?
Move on, dude.
No, we're not. No.
We were both on the Murder Squad with Paul Holes.
When were you on there by yourself?
I was never on there by myself. I don't know why she said it that way.
Oh.
We were okay. We were both.
We'll burn this motherfucker down.
We were both on the. We were both on the Murder Squad.
We better have been both on there. Now continue.
So the fucked up shit is always a story I haven't heard, and so fucked up. You guys make me laugh out loud too. Love to the both of you and this podcast. Someone in today's TFTH mentioned Los Angeles Skid Row and pepper spray, which brought up some Los Angeles memories to share. Okay. No matter what crazy things I tell you, I love LA. When I first moved here from a rich town in Marin County, full of people I didn't like, my joy was over the top. The backside of my building was on Los Angeles Street near 6th, which is like Skid Row's grand entrance. I want to keep this light, so we're not going to talk about the suffering. Just a couple of sights from around the neighborhood. Like being in the crosswalk when I saw a naked middle-aged white guy sitting in a planter facing us as we crossed the street. I looked around to catch someone's eye, being a little shocked myself, but there were no eyes to meet. Just regular people on their way to work. A few steps closer to the man in the planter, and it registered that he was just taking a shit. As casual as if he was doing his morning routine in his own bathroom.
Yeah.
I don't think he was reading a newspaper, but that was the vibe. No one around me reacted at all. Sure, it's like just another day, you know. Overall, I'd compare my exhilaration from moving to LA to Maria in the 1960s movie The Sound of Music, as she twirls on a lush mountainside, singing "The hills are alive with the sound of music." I knew it was uncool, but couldn't suppress it. So she was very psyched to be in LA, living that LA girl aesthetic.
Yeah, man, I still would love to go to LA because I hear so much. You hear a lot of negative things about it right now. But I'm like, I want to hear some good news. I still want to hear it's still LA. That place for everybody with sunshine and everything. I still want to go.
Sure. Yeah, we'll get out there, bro. I had this mania to talk to everyone in my path those first 2 years. I didn't sober up until one of the very bad men I used to say hi to said in his gravelly old voice, "I'm going to kidnap you." All right. That'll when you're like, "Hello, sir. Isn't it a beautiful morning? Good morning, Los Angeles." She's, like having a great day, and somebody's like, "I'm going to steal you."
Yeah. While taking a shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The guy in the planner. Damn. Yeah. It's like, "Oh, okay. I'm going to stay in the house forever." So, it was hard not to be fascinated by the illegal goings on in the streets. What protected me from the bad consequences of being overly friendly to everyone I met? My theory is I was too weird for the bad guys to know how to crime against.
Okay.
But I did get crimed later in a different part of town. So let's talk about pepper spray.
Let's get into it.
One January morning, a young woman / meth head passed on the sidewalk behind me, childishly laughing at me to get a reaction.
Okay.
I said something neutral like, "Come on," in a just stop sort of way. I wouldn't say anything to a person that I thought was actively on methamphetamines. Come on, give me a break. Like, no, I'm not going to say anything to this person, but that's what you do. You're weird like that, I guess, So the person says that they said this thinking that she'd just pass on by, But she said something back to me. I don't even remember what. I didn't even know what to say. Then things went into slow-mo.
Uh-oh.
I held up my water bottle and squeezed it, blooping her in the face with some water. It was an blooping her in the face with some water. I didn't know. That sounds very refreshing, honestly. It was an anomaly.
But it's so. I can completely understand. I can like picture it in my head, like you spraying water and somebody, and then blooping somebody in.
Yeah. So.
It just seems so detailed with like.
It's like the way the water hit their face. They laid it out. I like where they're at. So they say it was an anomaly, something completely out of character. I really surprised myself. After the shocked "you bitch" that I expelled for my act, she hardly paused and just walked on.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right.
The blue.
Just a crazy incident, and everybody just went on about the. You just spray somebody in the face with water, and everybody just goes on about their business. 10 minutes later, I felt a strong shot of water on the back of my head.
Oh, shit. And
turned to see what was going on. The stream of water continued in my face and hair and smelled disgusting.
It's piss?
It wasn't water.
It was urine.
She pissed on
a bucket of urine.
Yeah. It wasn't. She put piss in the super soaker. It wasn't. It wasn't water. Just before the sensation hit, I saw the young woman I had blooped with water holding a can of mace in front of my eyes and letting it rip. So she sprayed her with mace from the back. The mace hits her hair from the back of her head. She's like, what the fuck? Who's spraying me with a water gun? Then the shit hits her face. She's like, ew, this water stinks. Then the burning comes on.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my God, I've been maced.
I thought it was piss. This is not apple juice.
Yeah, what? Wait a minute. That's not water. So by the end of the can, which I could hear, not see, my hair was dripping like I had a shower.
Well, she let the can go.
Oh, she sprayed the can till she heard it be empty.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. Mace on your skin and your eye and in your eyes can feel like you would guess, but smells worse than you can imagine. The smell, oh God, never again. Well, don't say that because
is that why they cough when people get?
Oh yeah, it's like a gas. I'm sure it smells horrendous. But I would also say, don't say never again, because like she maced you from the back.
Yeah,
you like turned into the mace. That could happen to any of us at any time.
Right.
So maybe don't bloop people with water.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can't go around blooping people. That's just
can't go around. Yeah, man. Yeah. Don't just be blooping. Anyway, mace doesn't wash out quickly. It's impossible to wash away all the chemical, so microscopic particles surprise you for weeks after.
Wow. From
my experience of it, mace hurts like crazy, but doesn't leave any damage. 1 star, wouldn't recommend. I like that. That was good. I like that one. That was funny. Next time, I will tell you about a pregnant homeless couple I took under my wing so naively in the summer of 2013. Under your wing. Yeah. I got freaked out by things the husband started telling me and put as much distance as I could between me and them. Yeah. Years later, I read about them in the news. Uh-oh. I'll just say there was a cooler with kids, snacks, and toothbrushes next to a human head.
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's for next time, friend. We don't get that one. That's just the preview. And I'll tell you what, I'm in. Yeah. Thanks for all you do and talk about. It's an outstanding podcast. Keep being used.
So what does pepper spray? What does it feel like? Can you compare it to something else? Or
hey person, in your next email, maybe Fran, give them some detail about what it feels like. They said
Can you see?
Oh, I would imagine the answer to that is no.
Not at all.
Maybe even fuck no. I think that's kind of the point. Maybe, or like if things are blurry at least.
I mean, somebody can do some damage with some pepper spray. I mean, like not the pepper spray. I mean, like you can use that as a.
Like post pepper spray.
And then
after you go to town. Start beating the shit out of you. You can't even defend yourself. You don't know where the punches are coming from.
I can't see. Eyes are red and shit.
Punch you. They're trying shit, doing spinning kicks to your ribs.
Right. Lomachenko, you dodging around.
Yeah. It's like, in the face. It's like you're a dummy, but when those dummies with no arms and just a head. Yeah, I'm trying new shit. But to that person, again, I was kind of confused. It says non-anonymous TFTH, but I don't like that. Next time, just say, hey, you can say my name because I don't like that. But person whose pronouns are she, her, thank you for the email. Next time you email us, we'd love to hear about the cooler full of snacks and stuff. And Fran would like to know, what does it feel like? I know you said in their email it feels like you would imagine, but paint the picture for us.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much in advance. Again, folks, affirmativemurder@gmail.com. Thank you, and shout out to anybody who in the last couple of days, yes, very good ones. In the last couple of days since Halloween and before Halloween, around that time, since the last episode, we got an influx of new emails. And shout out to anybody who heard the call, and got to work. We appreciate you.
Yeah, but again, Halloween stories. I know Halloween's past, but like,
yeah, but still, I always like a Halloween story. It's still in the season. It's the fall time, whatever. I'd love some Halloween shenanigans. Maybe you had a crazy Halloween this year and in your neighborhood, trick-or-treating or a Halloween party or something like that. We'd love to hear about it. Affirmativemurder@gmail.com. Get it into us with in the subject matter, in the subject line somewhere, TFTH, so we know to tag it and get it to the front of the line. Thank you guys so much. This was a fun one. Always appreciate you guys sending in your emails. Until next time, don't bloop people with water, right, Fran?
Yeah.
You bloop, you might get maced. And I'm sure there's a metaphor in there somewhere, but I don't know. We're just going to do it the literal way. You bloop people with water, they might come back with mace. So stay safe out there. Talk to you guys next time.
Deuces.